Only hours after two teens lose their lives to violence, a group promoting peace and a positive message draws in the crowds. At Franklin Elementary School, the Abide Network and Bridge Church host a block party for hundreds of people in the surrounding community. Prior to the festivities, dozens of people took part in a neighborhood cleanup, hoping their community pride helps suppress the violence that surrounds them.
We think that the more people who care about being a part of the solution come out and participate in things like this, the more solutions we'll see and just the greater impact we'll have in our city.
The block party featured free food, games, and live music.
Well, sports stars joined Omaha volunteers to help improve the city this weekend. Crews worked Saturday morning cleaning and painting near 33rd and Fowler. The Abide Network organized the work. It brought in church groups, local sports teams, even an NBA star, former Creighton Blue Jay Kyle Korver, seen there. Abide leaders say they want to see more home ownership in North Omaha, hoping that's the key to bringing back some of the blocks.
And amidst all the violence this weekend, one Omaha neighborhood took the opportunity to celebrate their community.
It was a block party sponsored by Abide Network and Bridge Church. Lauren Squires was there and talked about the impact that getting to know your neighbor can have on preventing violence.
We want to see our city transformed one neighborhood at a time.
The goal is that simple.
We are getting in the neighborhoods and we're calling people out of the houses and saying, hey, let's get together, let's have a good time, let's get to know one another, share a meal together, do some fun activities, get the kids together, all in the name of love, just to have a great time.
Bobby Joe Johnson helped coordinate this block party near 35th and Franklin. Tonight, neighbors got the chance to get to know each other.
This lets me know when I see 1,000 people standing behind me, even despite of what's been happening this weekend, it still says that the community is still standing strong together.
She says their motto is, we're better together, and that this weekend's violence doesn't have to be a way of life.
The safest, number one, easiest thing to do is to get to know who your neighbor is.
And we saw that firsthand in our interview with Jen Yee.
Yes, I think so. Hi, how you doing?
Yee lives in the neighborhood just a few blocks away and spent the last month inviting as many neighbors as possible.
Yes, we definitely need to see more of this. I mean, violence happens all over our city.
And says events like this give hope for the future.
Just makes this place a lot safer and a lot more fun.
In Omaha, Lauren Squires, Channel 6 News.
What a great event for those neighbors. You can see the grill just going.
Yeah, and they had a great afternoon to do it. Weather-wise?
But just hours from now, a judge could settle a lawsuit between a church group and the city of Omaha. The I-Team broke that story last night at 10. The Abide Network renovating a home near 36th and Sailor, but the city may tear it down anyway. I-Team investigator Ryan Luby has the story.
Good morning. Yes, they may. Turns out the Abide Network bought the home, which was condemned for years. The city planned to tear it down over the summer, one of about 400 on their list. But when the Abide Network took over in August, they thought those demolition plans disappeared. That was until they got a letter in late October from the city's contractor saying the home would be demoed on November 2nd.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait a second. We're fixing that house up. We're going to revitalize that neighborhood. Let's not tear it down.
Well, Kevin Denker, the city's code inspector, says the Abide Network knew full well that the home was on the demo list. He says it's too late for his department to try to cancel the demolition contract, and that's why he says the matter has to go before a judge. And that's why the Abide Network is suing the city, seeking a restraining order. Again, the issue goes before a judge later this morning. With more complete coverage, I'm Ryan Luby, KETV News Watch 7.
For many people at Skinner Magnet School tonight, the toughest question was white meat or dark meat.
It's all part of a Thanksgiving dinner put on by the Abide Network. Thanksgiving meal with all the trimmings. It was served earlier this evening.
Greg Brown and his family manned the bread station. He says the appreciation shown by those attending makes all the effort worth it.
Especially the kids, just looking up, and they're shy and they take the food and they just seem to be so grateful for it.
As you can see, it was a full house when Channel 6 cameras were there at the beginning of the dinner. The Abide Network was expecting to serve 800 to 1,000 people.
Yeah, a lot of volunteers tonight, didn't they?
Amazing, 800 to 1,000 people.
Great work, Abide.
And more than 24 Goodwill students helped the group Abide. They spent the day painting the basement in a house Abide uses as a safe place for neighborhood children.
And Dr. King called for serving others above all else.
And many people in Omaha spent the day doing just that.
Fox 42's Nicole Ebot introduces us to some young adults who are restoring others' houses while rebuilding their own lives.
Look at this guy, he's getting better at this.
These two are getting the chance to get better at drilling.
sawing, and all the other skills that go into building a house.
This frame and basically just get this house up to speed so that we can get somebody living in it.
And this house has been a lot of work. Before the group got its hands on it, none of this was here.
All the changes that they've made over the last couple months is absolutely amazing, because literally this house, when I first came here, it was like a stick and we were gutting it out, and it's just amazing to see all the work that they've done.
It's all part of a partnership between Goodwill's Youth Build program and the Abide Network. People in the program earn their GEDs while learning construction skills at houses that would otherwise be demolished. Low-income areas get new houses and young people get a new chance.
Personally, I still think I'd be in jail. I think I would still be running the streets and not pulling my head out of places where it shouldn't be.
The majority of these kids come from this area, so it's amazing how much pride they have when they watch their families, buy the houses and can say, hey, I took part in helping to make that house a better house.
And in honor of Martin Luther King Jr., they skipped the classroom today and spent the entire day giving back and sharing what that meant to them.
To me, it means the world, because a lot of my family used to look down on me, and I'm getting a lot of praise from my family. A lot of them want to see me again. A lot of them want to be around me again, because they do realize that I am trying to change my life around and trying to do something with myself.
Nicole Ebot, Fox 42 News.